Hey, it's your boy, Brother Go Live. I want to show y'all something real quick. Have y'all ever wondered why we have gray and red clouds? Some of the clouds are gray and some of the clouds are red. I'm gonna tell you why. And I got video and some camera footage to back it up. Those planes that we see in the sky that's letting out that smoke, it's been about, I guess about 7, 8 years ago. I seen them when I was working in this guy's backyard, and I noticed these planes were putting up, were letting out black smoke behind them. But earlier that day, I had seen white smoke. But that's what they do. The whatever chemical that it is actually black. And I've seen them make clouds in that same order, whether you believe it or not. A certain set of planes will come through, put up one of their white stuff. Second set will come through, they'll put up and then a third set of planes will come through, and they'll put up this black. And it's like whatever. Well, the black, I think the black goes like in between, whichever one. I have to look at my picture to tell you, but one of them don't always catch the other, and you can see the stuff that's not being caught dissipating back down. It's like it goes up so high, and it has to catch the black clouds. That's where the storm is coming from. Look at that. That's a major storm, man. They really ain't telling us how big it is. But if you notice, it's man-made of the color of the clouds. That's where the storm is coming from. That's Texas way, that way, y'all. But this is a part of the hurricane cloud. You can see how it's rounded out. See it? Let me see. It's in a circular motion. That's hurricane. Last year we had that tropical storm, and I don't know what this is about. I'm pretty sure it's to cover up the so-called eclipse we had. But last year when we had that tropical storm, I took a lot of pictures of the clouds, and the clouds were like we're looking at real low, and just it's strange. They came in, and they went out in the same fashion. It was just weird. When you get on a hill, it's like you was right next to the clouds. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get to this light. I want to show you something. Notice it's red over there. Notice it's white over there. See, you got light over there. Light over there. Why is that? That's what they cover up. After the eclipse, we can't have another eclipse this week, right? You know what I mean? We already had one, which was the peak of the whatever it is. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna go with the flow. Nibiru, Wormwood, Planet X. It was the peak of whatever it was. And so they couldn't hide it, so they went and said, we'll just say it's an eclipse. We just throw it out there we next month. Because if you notice, white, look at there, red, okay? If you notice, I should be doing this live, I really should, but I'm not for sure if it's gonna go right, so I'm just gonna go with it. But anyway, if you notice, it just came up like a couple of months or a month before. That's what happened normally when the eclipse is going up way before time. See, look, see that? Notice that. Now that right there is a light, but this over here is something red. See, this is what I normally see bounce from left to right, from north to south. But then what is this over here then? Let's see if we can get in a position where we get a good look at both of these at the same time. Maybe I won't get to, but I'm gonna give it a shot. This is your boy, Brother Go Live at Outside the Box. Make sure you check out the My Father's Business and Advertising page. There's FB, FE. Well, let me see. Let's start over. FB.me/theblood. It's the My Father's Business and Advertising page. And please like and support the other pages that I have. I got several other pages that need your love and your support. Please, I appreciate it greatly if you guys could help me out. Okay, we got that side, and then we got that side. I'm trying to do it. See, it's bright over there, And you go over here, it's red over here. Now why is that? Because that side is where Nibiru or Planet X or Wormwood, whichever one, it goes up and it goes down. So it's probably coming from this way and going over that way. But see, during the eclipse, it was at its highest peak. And I have videos from the day before at a certain time. It was clear, and all of a sudden it was just clouds everywhere. So you can't see that transformation from one side to the other, or it being crossed over at its highest peak or getting close to its highest peak. And that was the day before the eclipse, which I noticed that it just boom out of nowhere. And if you think about it, here in Okmulgee, I think it was last week, one morning it was just foggy and everything was clear. And then in a matter of seconds, not minutes, but seconds, it was dark, like nighttime. See, if you paid attention to it, if anybody paid attention to that, you know what that was, right? That was the first so-called quote-unquote eclipse that we had. There was no eclipse. It was whatever this is, getting in front of the sun. And a couple of days after that, we had the eclipse. This stuff is not going to happen every day at the same time because everything's rotating. You know what I mean? So they have their times when they can say, okay, this is the eclipse, or this is this, or this is that, or we got a bad storm coming, or this, we got that coming. But the reason why the storm is coming now, I'm telling you, is because, look at it, black clouds, man. I mean, that's man-made stuff, man. Black clouds to cover up this eclipse because it's at its peak. You're going to see it. Now you have a greater chance of seeing it than any other time, so they have to cover it up. Last year, we had a few storms or whatever here and there, and they made sure that the cloud seeding was right underneath the sun. Whatever chemical they're using is it reacts to the sun. So once it hits the area where the sun is beaming down, it makes it clouds up. So the way the rotation of this thing is now, that won't cover it up. That's why they have to have eclipse. So next week, let's see what they have next week. I mean, it'll probably be another major something next week. But this storm is supposed to last to next week, which might cover the other part of this eclipse that's rotating over, that that you can see with your naked eyes and be like, man, what is that, man? Why is it blocking the sunlight? So we're gonna make a storm just to cover it up. If you guys just start paying attention, just look up. I'm telling you, every day around about 7 o'clock, we're in the central, what do you call it, central time zone. If anybody's in the central time zone, just pay attention to around between 5 o'clock. Well, this is normally in the evening time when you get this, around 5 o'clock, but see, you can see it's going down. See it over there? You see where it's going down. It must have somehow did a thing like this or something, you know what I mean? But anyway, you can see it around about 7 o'clock. You can see it will be a bright light here. The sun will go down, and then you have another light that comes up and does something like this. Now, I don't know if it's like that now. Maybe it's around 12 o'clock. You probably get a good view of it or something. That might be around, the eclipse happening around that time or whatever. And that's last week, the day before the eclipse, they had the clouds that was covering up the area of the sun. So I'm guessing it's about that time when you'd have a good opportunity of seeing it. Pay attention. Keep your eyes in the sky. Just pay attention to around 12 o'clock and around 5 o'clock when the sun goes down. Just start looking and seeing what the sky is doing. You'll see some weird stuff, and you'll start to notice the cover up. You know what I mean? Just pay attention. This is your boy, Brother Go Live, and I thought I'd get you a good shot at this and give you a little amount of information on what I know about this color clouds and how they make them, which I will be getting into detail on that a little later. But this is Outside the Box News and Info. Thank you guys. Show your love and support for the other websites and for this one too. Please share. Please share. That's the best way to do it. Share with your friends. Share with your family. Let's get this news out there, and let's get these web pages out there. It's a platform for Jesus Christ, for the kingdom of God, so we can prosper into the end time. So let's get this thing popping, y'all. This is your boy, Brother Go Live, and I'm out.